Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Hometown Cable. Program's called What's Going On Here? Bob Venn with the mic, Calvin Castine with the camera. And on this 29th of June, we're at Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet. And we're going to be talking to the, I guess we'd call her the general manager, and this is Lisa Getty.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get into talking with Lisa, I must tell you a little story because we are here for a repeat performance. We are going to be filling in something that did not come out on the tape. We were here on the 16th of June. I think I had this shirt on. I was trying to impersonate myself, and Lisa was dressed different. You're going to see later on in the program. Something happened, so we're going to recoup about the first half hour of this. Will be today, then you're going to see what we actually were talking about when we were here on the 16th. Is that right? In the meantime, it's already 1 year here.
Right.
The 25th of June, I think.
Some of the stores started opening at that time, right. Our official grand opening was August 27th, so that's when we'll be celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Oh, are you going to make it then?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to be talking to the factory outlet manager.
Mm-hmm.
What do we? Good manager.
Yep.
Okay, Lisa, what has happened in the past year?
Oh, well, a lot of things. Some good, some not so good, but we've made it through very well. Of course, we had a very tough winter, which all of us can relate to. And of course, in business, that can sometimes be hurting, but we really did well anyway. The local people have really come out and supported us, and we want that to continue. We've also had to deal with the exchange rate being very tough on the Canadians, and so we've tried to deal with that as well with 20% exchange promotions and so forth, which I don't know if we had talked about this on the part that made it or not.
That's right. Some of the things you hear, you may hear later because we talked at this same spot, opening and then closing, so you're not getting a repeat is what we're repeating maybe. It's a little tough to do this. You weren't the only people here that had a tough winter. Plattsburgh and all the areas.
Oh, definitely.
Burlington, the others.
Definitely the whole area. But of course, being new, it just kind of really got us off to a jump start right away of having to really be competitive. But we have faced that challenge, and we will continue to do so. And we're trying to look at it like this. The only way to go is up, right?
Okay, and the weather was bad, too.
Exactly.
We had a pretty bad winter. All right, Lisa, tell us a little bit about Lisa Getty, for people who may not remember a year ago where you're from and how did you get to Champlain?
Okay, well, I came from Pennsylvania. I actually was born in Philadelphia, raised in Hershey, and then ended up in York, Pennsylvania, where I had been a marketing director of a regional mall, which was about 1 million square feet. And then from there went to mall management and went to an outlet center in York. And then from there came here, and here I am.
I don't think I ever heard you mention before that you were raised in Hershey.
Mm-hmm.
What is Hershey? Anybody know what Hershey, Pennsylvania is noted for?
Well, of course, it's known for its chocolate, and that's why you can tell that I come from Hershey, because I'm so sweet.
Oh, yes. Hershey, Pennsylvania is a great spot to visit, folks, and not that we don't want you to stay here, but Hershey is just great. You've got years ago, you used to make the tour in the plant. You can't do that anymore.
Right, now they have Chocolate World, which is a simulation of the plant, and you get into a little car. It's actually more fun, because you get to ride around.
Yeah, and it's a small world. I think it's played as you go running through, at least it was.
Well, it's along the same themes, but it's actually something like it's a Hershey Chocolate World or something like that.
Yeah, you had to compete. There's a Hershey school, and there's also an orphanage there run by the Hershey Foundation.
Right.
And then beautiful flowers. You have a beautiful flower area.
They have the gardens.
The garden.
And Hotel Hershey and Hershey Park and Hershey Park Stadium and the Hershey Bears hockey.
There you are. Nice to know someone from Hershey, Pennsylvania. All right, Lisa, what are we seeing here? We're going to talk about this later on in the program, but what are these here?
Well, these are really beautiful paintings done by the studio and art class of the Northeastern Clinton Central High School. And the art teacher is Kurt Kaufman, and he was nice enough to bring these in so we could display them. The project was to use a logo. And so they decided to use store logos from the center here, and there are many different stores represented. Not all of them. In fact, a lot of people tended to go with the Levi's logo or the Bass logo, and a couple people were nice enough to include the Mir-o-Mar logo.
Oh, yes, right, yeah.
And they're really lovely. They did a wonderful job. Lots of nice use of color and a nice variety of stores that they represented.
Okay, we'll get into those later, I think, later in the program. This is the first time we've ever tried to do this, fill in. We're not filling in. We're starting over again. What are we going to do today?
Well, it's summer, so it's only appropriate for reruns, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But at least they haven't seen it yet. You're going to see first, but you're going to see later. That's what's the
Back to the future.
Back to the Future. There you go. We're going to be talking with some of the stores,
Yes?
people, the managers, but not all.
No, not all. Due to the fact that we are outlets, there is a sensitivity issue with the retail market. There are a lot of names that we're not allowed to mention in our advertising. In fact, you may hear some of our radio advertising or our print advertising where we say famous names or brand names too famous to mention. And that's quite literally the truth. We are not allowed to include a lot of those names because of the stores in the area that buy from them and sell at full price obviously don't want to have to compete with the outlets. So it kind of limits us in our advertising, but kind of makes it fun for people to come and see what we do have. And on this, we're going to be talking about the names.
Okay.
Give us some examples.
Can you give us some example of names like that we can't talk
Sure.
about?
We're not allowed to, in our advertising, we're not allowed to mention Donna Karan, Jeffrey Bean, Champion Haynes, Legs Haynes Bally, Levi's, a lot of the more prominent names especially. Some of the stores you can get away with it more because something like Famous Footwear, even though they carry Nike and Reebok and Naturalizer and all the famous names, the actual name of the store doesn't say the brand name. So that we can get away with more easily than something that has the actual label name.
I think we did talk in this early segment here, if you're just tuning in, where you may be seeing some of this later because we had a mix-up with the camera. We're doing a repeat beginning. We did talk a little bit about the how many openings you have left. How many spaces are vacant right now?
Right now, we only have 2 small spaces left, which hopefully will be filled very shortly. But our biggest space that had been empty is now filled with Westport Woman, which we'll be going down and taking a look at. And that's a huge store. And so that's going to be opening on July 1st.
Okay. The other thing is that at a recent town board meeting, they mentioned that they gave permission, I guess, application and permission for phase 2 and 3. Now, is there anything definite on something like this?
At this point, the plans are to break ground late August or September of this year, so we can get that done before the frost, and then work on the inside over the winter and have the stores open in the spring.
Are you involved in looking for new tenants?
I assist in the leasing, but we do have a leasing director that takes
so
care of that.
The pre-work is all done by somebody else. You don't get involved in looking for that customer.
Well, I do in terms of, I go to the leasing conventions and meet with people, and I host site visits and so forth. But again, as with the marketing, we have a team of people that are just doing that and only that.
When you hear at the outlet and you see this lady, tell her you saw her on Hometown Cable, and she's a busy person. You see her, but you don't. Do you make many calls to the individual stores, or do they come to you if there's a problem? Or
well, a lot of both.
I mean, not. I know you go out and buy.
I prefer when I'm the one making the call than when they call with problems.
Oh, all right.
But certainly, when there's problems to deal with, I'm the one to call.
Is there any way you can credit your paycheck to any of these stores? I imagine you buy from some of these stores.
Oh, yes. Yes, a lot of my pay comes right back
Right
into
back
here.
into it.
And I think that's true of a lot of employees that work here.
It recycles right there.
Sure.
Okay, I think we'll be heading out now.
You did mention last time about the 20% days and so on.
Oh, was that early in the beginning too? We talked about that, or you
Well,
just,
I had mentioned that
you passed it very quickly here.
In response to
Oh.
the exchange rate, we
Okay.
have done our own promotions where we do a 20% exchange, which saves an extra anywhere from 12 to 15%, depending what the rate is when we do it, for the consumer. And the thing I always like to stress is that we don't intend to favor only the Canadians, it's just the Canadian currency. And we invite any Americans who would like to exchange their money, we will give them the same low exchange rate as well.
So this is not continually, but certain weekends?
No, certain weekends. We did it over Easter. We did it for Victoria Day weekend. We're doing it again July 1st through the 4th.
All right.
And it's not always all the stores, but usually a good number of them will participate. And we found that that really helps out with our Canadian business.
Do they have any kind of promotion sign out front that would indicate that they're part of the 20%? It will be?
Yes, we have signage in the participating stores, and we're also doing sidewalk sales, so we'll have great savings for everybody.
The sidewalk sales are the people who are here only, obviously. You don't have anybody else come in.
No.
I think maybe Steamy's have been here before with the
They
hot
were here
dog.
for our grand opening
Grand
because our
opening?
restaurant
All
wasn't yet
right.
ready to
But now
open.
you wouldn't be because
No.
of that. All right.
But we have Main Street Eatery, and they have great food, so you can
Very
eat
good.
there.
That's just right around the corner,
Yeah.
right behind here. And that's run by somebody from Plattsburgh?
His name's Mark Dame. He's the owner. He also has Mickey's at Champlain Center South.
Okay, that's who's there. So we'll be going out and meet some of the people, some of the managers, and what we talked about the first time and you didn't hear, you won't know, and I don't remember. So this is a little bit different. We're going to be talking with maybe 4 or 5 stores, one of which is Levi's, if Jesse's in. Is it?
Jeff.
Jeff James.
He's not here today, but I think we could maybe find somebody else.
All right, we'll be right back. Thanks for watching Hometown Cable, and what you see here today, you can come and see live anytime you want. What are the hours of the outlet?
We're open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 a.m. until 9 p.m. And on Sunday, we're open 11 till 7.
And all stores are open during those hours?
Every
They
store.
have to be?
They must be.
All right.
Or I'll come after them with a stick.
Oh, okay. And she can do it, too. Our very first stop is probably one of the 2 or 3 stores that I like at the mall, because I don't need to close much, but this is one of the ones that I will frequent. And next to the bookstore, right? And they're partners, too, here, joining. Yeah. And your name is?
Tim Kluke.
Tim Kluke, and he's the manager of a brand new store called?
Famous Brand Electronics.
It says it right there. See,
Yep.
Famous Brand Electronics Outlet, which means that you handle all kinds of electronics?
Right, that's correct. We carry basically grown-up toys is what we have.
Don't tell that to our wives. They already know that. They already know that.
We've got, we take all the makes from Panasonic. We'll be carrying Sony soon. We have Sanyo. We have Pioneer. We have just about any brand that exists.
Brand names. You do have good brand names. RCA, I see there. And you've got some, and a lot of videotapes, and you've got Texas Instruments and so forth. Well, how long have you been open?
We've been open about 2 weeks now. We're slowly getting up and running here. We're probably about 2/3 up and running as far as what our normal inventory level would be. So we have trucks coming in all the time. And in fact, the way our whole marketing concept is, we buy closeouts from these brand names and blow them out at ridiculous prices. And what happens is we end up getting new product line in, and our mix changes monthly.
So it means that you've got to stop here regularly.
That's right.
You've got to stop here regularly, and particularly if you're looking for toys, right? Now, what can you do for a wife who comes in and wants to buy something from me or Calvin? Could you help them?
Oh, we sure can.
We got an awful lot of electronic stuff.
And well, we're ready to handle any of the questions. We have a very well-trained staff, and we're able to talk to them about VCRs or camcorders or just about anything that they're looking for. We can set you up with the right toy.
What kind of experience have you got in electronics?
Well, I've worked for Radio Shack for 15 years.
Pretty good experience in
And
electronics?
I was in computers and electronics, and we have a few people on staff that have also worked for various electronic stores, some that have college degrees in that area, so works out pretty well.
Are there many other stores with Famous Brand Electronics?
Right now, there's only 10 of us in the country, and they're doing really well. We're hoping to expand them nationwide, but in order to get a lot of the pricing that as good as what we have here, you'd have to go to someplace like New York City to even come close.
Uh-huh. So you're telling me, I don't know if you handle any of these brands at Radio Shack itself, but these prices are better, let's say, for the consumer than they are at Radio Shack?
Right, but you also have to understand that what we carry are factory closeouts and factory seconds. So what happens is, if a company like Panasonic wants to introduce a new line of goods, they don't want to just keep their old ones on the shelf. So what they'll do is they'll dump them basically to us, and they'll offer it at a very, very low cost to us, and we pass that right on to you.
But let's not forget, they're still first-grade merchandise
Very good.
And guaranteed?
That's correct. We have warranties on all of our products, and they're manufacturer warranties, and a lot of manufacturers offer even more than what the regular warranties would be on the goods.
Is there an ownership? Can you give me any kind of an idea who the owners are of
Well,
Famous Brand?
Famous Brand Electronics is owned by Tandy Corporation. Now, they also own the Radio Shacks, and they have about 6 other different companies that they're involved with.
So you didn't go very far from home. You just went to another division of the company.
correct.
Eh? You're still going to get that great big retirement.
That's right.
I heard they pay you off in radios when you retire.
That's it.
Is that what happens?
Radios and TVs, and
Tim, how many employees will you have?
we have 5 total.
It's going to be real busy here. And you're located between the cosmetics and the Publisher's Warehouse.
That's
Anything else I should know about your operation?
Well, just that our mix change, like I said, our mix changes so frequently. If we only get 5 of an item from Panasonic, if we have a $129 VCR, they may only send us 10, they may send us 15. That's all we're able to get. When they're gone, they're gone. Somebody can't come in and go, I saw that there, can you get me one? Usually once they're gone, they're
So
gone.
Calvin and I, one or the other, is going to have to stop in here nearly every day and
That's
just
right.
say, what's new, Tim?
And we'll tell you, because we keep a top 10 list of what our best bargains are all the time.
There you go, and we're going to do that. And as great prices on videotapes, we were just looking here, and I did walk around the store a week ago or so. I was a nice little radio over there, and I've got so many radios, but there was a nice little all-band radio for $15, I think, unheard of price, really.
They're good prices.
Okay.
They really are.
Anything else you want to tell me?
Well, if the ladies are a little scared about the electronics, come on in and we'll help you with answering questions. Or you can always just drop your husband off here while you go shop for some perfume or some books. So
Oh, bring him, you mean, and drop him off
That's
here.
right.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
we'll keep him for a while.
You and Lisa next door can keep him going back and forth.
That's right.
We're talking with Tim Kluge. It's called Famous Brand Electronics Outlet, and if you haven't been here, any of you men out there, this is the place to come. You can come here while ladies go shopping at all the other fine stores at the Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet, Route 11, and right near 87 in Champlain, New York, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Tim. We're in a children's store, but I have never, it says Genuine Kids, and when I came here a year ago, there was no Genuine Kids by name here at this location, and we're going to talk to this young lady and find out why. What is your name?
Amy Baker.
Amy Baker, and name of the store?
It's Genuine Kids. We're a division of Oshkosh. We used to be Trader Kids, but as of May 1st, we changed our name due to our lease was up to use Boston Trader's name, and we're growing so big that we wanted to go out on our own and get our own name established so people would know our clothing and everything.
But it's still the same operation.
Yep, we've always manufactured our own clothes, so the quality of the clothing is still exactly the same. Nothing has changed.
Amy, are you the manager here?
I'm the assistant manager.
Assistant. Who is the manager?
Diane Dwyer.
Diane Dwyer. And how long have you been working here?
I've been here since we've opened. I helped open the store. We started June 15th last year, and I've been here since.
This is one of the stores we came in when we were making our first visit. I think there were a lot of boxes here. We moved boxes back that very first day. And
There was.
you still enjoying your work?
Yes, I do. Our business is really increasing. We've noticed, more of our Canadian customers coming back. We're starting to see more locals and Vermonters, so it's nice.
Right. Where are you from, Amy?
I'm from Rouse's Point.
Originally, too?
No, originally I'm from Shazy.
Shazy. What about Shazy Bakers, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, that name's been around Shazy for a while.
Yep.
Shazy Central Rural School?
I went there for a couple years, and then we moved when I was younger. So
Okay. How many employees in the store?
there's 6 of us.
At one time, you have 6?
No, there's always a key holder, Diane, myself, or Joan Harrigan, and then there's always a sales associate with us. In the mornings, for a couple hours, we're usually alone by ourselves to get things going.
Well, you've mentioned a couple of things. Someone's going to say, what does she mean by a key holder? Now,
A key holder is someone that can open the store and close the store by themselves.
I thought you opened and closed the register with a key.
No.
Not that way, huh? All right. What age groups are we talking about that you handle?
We start at 12 months, and we go all the way up to big girls, size 16, which is a preteen size. And then we go up to size 20 for boys, which is also a bigger size. We carry the small clothes, but we also carry a bigger selection for the kids that are the in-between. They're not quite into kids' clothes anymore, but they're not quite into adult clothes yet.
I bet your best customers are grandparents.
Yes.
Huh? Is that right? Huh? Well, the female grandparent, probably, 'cause I wouldn't
The
attempt to buy.
granddads just kind of sit back and say, well, whatever you choose.
Yeah, and you
it'll
take
be
out the
fine
wallet
with
and
me."
say, I'll
Yeah.
take care of that, right? Is that what happens? Huh?
That's it.
Do you make suggestions to these people, too?
Yeah, we do. All of our staff, we have trained to accommodate our customers. We get their needs and their wants, and we try to get them what they're looking for in the clothes.
Okay.
And our clothes do have a really good quality. They're durable and they're long-lasting.
Okay. Probably the style runs out before the material.
Yes,
That what
usually
happens?
ends up getting handed down too
Yeah, or you-
before it wears out.
Were you the oldest in your family? Or did you get
No.
some of those handouts? Did you know what
I was the
hand-downs are?
baby.
You
I
know what
got the new
hand-downs are, huh? You got the new ones.
I got the new
yes.
ones.
You were the boss of the house.
Yep.
Amy Baker, the assistant manager here at Genuine Kids at the Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet. Thank you very much for
You're
talking to
welcome.
us.
Thank you.
And come and see Amy right here. We're in a store that has an awful lot of merchandise, and a lot of the stores here at Mir-o-Mar do, but we're in a store called Woolrich.
Right.
And we're talking to the manager, who is
Marilyn Flora.
Flora.
Right.
Well, that's not a name I'm familiar with. Are you from the area?
No, my husband's from Willsboro.
Oh, well, that's not too
Not
far
too far.
away.
No.
You remember when it was spelled Willsbourgh?
No.
Never heard that?
No,
I'll
I
bring you a
haven't.
copy of a map with that
Oh,
name.
really?
Yeah, I will. I promise I'll drop that off to you.
great.
All right. Marilyn, how long have you been at Woolrich?
A little over a year. I started last
You
year
started
when the
as manager
store
in the
opened.
beginning?
Yes.
What experience did you have?
A lot of, like 13 years retail experience. I've worked in a lot of other stores in
Uh-huh.
Plattsburgh.
This type of
This,
clothing, soft goods?
yes.
Okay. And what kind of merchandise does Woolrich have?
We carry hunt wear, outdoor wear, shorts, leather moccasins, a variety of like scarves, t-shirts, hunting.
Right. But it's not all outdoor. I mean, you have men's regular
We have men's regular casual wear shirts,
Yes.
casual pants, jackets.
Yes. I bought a couple jackets here. Like I say, I haven't bought a lot down at the. I'm not a clothes buyer very much, but I did come in and buy a couple jackets here. And
Right.
Real nice material.
They are nice.
Very
It's
nice. And I
wonderful
got the
quality.
sign right here that advertises your name. And
Oh, that's great.
We were doing a story on at Beartown,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw another one that had it. And I said, "Oh, you've been to Mir-o-Mar?" He said, "You got it in Glens Falls store."
Oh,
You have a
really?
store in Glens
No,
Falls?
we don't.
No?
We have other stores that
Saratoga?
carry our products,
You beg your pardon. That's
and
what
they
it was.
do sell Woolrich products.
Okay. Are these all Woolrich products?
This
that
is
you-
all Woolrich products except for like the Tandy belts that we carry and True Stitch moccasins that we do carry from outside vendors.
How old a company is Woolrich? I don't know if you can know that.
From
but-
1830 it started. It's still a family-owned company
Uh-huh.
too, so
Great merchandise. And here's
is.
some here. It says it right there. Established 1830. Now, this is not clothing, but you do have things.
novelty items.
Novelty
We do
items.
have the Woolrich sheep that we do sell a lot of,
Uh-huh.
which is
Oh,
their
yes.
logo.
Those aren't the ones you see on the lawn, by the way.
No, they're not.
They're not the ones you
No.
see on the lawn. And, you'll notice a lot of 40% off off the lowest price stickers. Is this common, or is this a special sale going on?
No, pretty much we always have a sale, an ongoing sale. So when you come into the store, we always have a little bit of something on sale. And of course, when our merchandise comes in, it's always reduced either 40 to 60% off the retail price.
That sounds good.
Right, it
I'm
is.
sure people like that. Huh?
They sure do.
Yes, I've heard you got, like I say, a lot of good merchandise in this area, but particularly a lot of woolens.
We carry a lot of woolen, but we also carry a lot of 100% cotton
You do?
items that people do come in and ask for.
All right. Anything else you want to tell me about your company that I should know?
I don't think
Are
so.
you likely to be here for the duration? You like your job?
love my
You're
job.
not about to transfer
No.
someplace else like other
No.
people might do, no?
No.
You're happy,
I'm
right?
happy right
You
here.
got a long drive.
Not too far. It's like a 15 to 20 minute drive for me.
From Willsboro?
No, I live in Plattsburgh.
I beg your pardon. Okay, you live in Plattsburgh.
Yes.
Oh, that's all right. You got it, and you come right Northway to Northway.
Northway.
Right on and right off
Right.
again. All right. What's your husband do?
He's a manager down in the new mall for Mediterranean Buffet.
Wow, mall people.
Mall
huh?
people,
All right.
yes.
You do all your shopping at the malls too?
Sometimes, yeah.
Must be hard to have a paycheck to bring home with all this
I
nice
usually don't.
That's what that's what Lisa was saying with hers also. Well, thank you very much, Marilyn, for
You're
talking
welcome.
with us. And see for yourself. Come in into Woolrich and all the other fine stores here and pick up some of this 40 to 60% off markups. And I'm not a salesman, but look at this. Won't that look good tomorrow on 4th of July? You're watching this on the 3rd, and we understand that right while you're watching this, there's a sale going on throughout the area, and you're giving some discounts on Canadian money. So if you are not a Canadian, pick up some Canadian money someplace, and come on in and get yourself off of, I don't know, 10 or 8 or 10%.
Right.
Less than what you're going to get, and the prices are still the same.
Right.
Thank you very much,
You're
Marilyn.
welcome.
We're in the Levi's store, and this is the one change we're going to have that we're going to miss because we talked before to Jesse, Jeff. I want to call him Jesse. Jeff James, who was the manager here.
Jeff Jones. Not Jesse
You
James.
see, I make mistakes. You see that? All right. Jesse James was somebody else. I'm Bob Venn, Calvin Castine, and this lady right here is
Phil Menard.
Phil Menard. And we are at the Levi's store, and Jeff Jones is no longer with us today to talk to us. He's been manager here for a year, but I understand he's been promoted, and he's now in New Hampshire. Is there anything you can tell me about that, or would you rather not mention it?
No, he got promoted. He got another store in New Hampshire, and he's the manager there now, and he's really excited.
And he's from New Hampshire.
Yes, he is originally, yes.
That would really get you excited, wouldn't it? Get back to where you're from. Now, when you say Menard, I would think the Menards would either come from around this point or Moore's Forks. Are you from that family?
I was married to a Menard in Coopersville.
All right, no, that Menard.
Yeah.
All right. So now you're living in the area?
Yes, I
around
am.
this point. How long have you been here at the...
I've been here for a year. I've been here since we've opened in June.
And what is your function here? Are you the manager? Are you...
No, I'm a visual supervisor and also a women's supervisor in the women's department.
Visual supervisor? What's that mean?
Well, it's like you do all the visuals and all the mannequins and the floor
Oh,
moves.
so if they like what they see in the windows, you've done that.
Yes, I have.
You didn't supervise it, you did it.
Yes.
That's very nice. They were talking when we talked with Jeff before. He was talking about the new mannequins he had and how nice they look and the great comments, and it's because of you.
Yes, it is.
Well, where'd you get your training for that?
I got trained by they had the one in Boston, which is Heidi and Tony from Burlington, and they've taught me everything that I know now.
Well, very good, Phil. And your supervisor, you said of the women's department?
Yes.
Any women's items in here?
All the women's department, all through the jeans and all through the floor here, yes.
So that there's a supervisor for the men's?
Yes, we have one for the men's, too.
And then the store manager is a supervisor of you, too?
Oh, yes.
Does that mean that if you have, not problems, but anything that comes up, they would come and talk to you if it's in the women's department,
Yes.
rather than talk to the general manager?
Yes.
That's usually what happens.
Yes.
Have you ever done selling like this before you came here?
Nope. I've been a waitress before I come here.
Waitress, didn't take you very long to become supervisor. That speaks very well of you.
A lot of hard work and long time and concentrating and learning.
Dedication, you like it too?
Yes, very much.
Shows, all right. We were talking about these before, and I think we should mention it, how well these are all in order, and someone has to keep these little marks. You have to keep them in order. You can tell when they're not in order.
Yes.
I think he told me that's why they put them, so they're perfectly straight.
Yep.
Who keeps them in?
We have Dan and Larry that do the walls. They're our wall supervisors, and they have a lot of hard work and a lot of time, and they really do a good job.
Well, now, so far, all I've heard is supervisor. Is everybody a supervisor here?
No, but everybody helps.
Everybody
we have all the
help,
sales associates to help and everything.
So they're a supervisor under you, so to speak,
No, they're supervisors of the wall.
of the wall. All right.
Yeah.
And who decides what you're going to put up? They decide that?
Yeah.
Whether you're going to put the blue ones here or the green ones there?
We go by color. We go from light to dark. We go first the white,
All
the
right.
light blue jeans, then it goes color coordinated.
And that's the company policy?
Yes, it is.
All right. What's changed in Levi's in the past year since you've been here? Any new lines added?
We just got some new ones, the 580s, and some new silver tabs, which are the maximums. That's really about it.
When you say maximum, is that for bigger people?
It's the maximum. It's the silver tabs. They're the bigger jeans and the baggy.
Okay.
They're really
Oh, the real big baggy pants.
They're real big
that
baggy
take
ones.
twice the material, huh?
Yes, they are.
All right. Were you from the area originally?
No, I'm not. I'm originally from Canada.
From Canada? Well,
Yes.
that's not too far.
No.
Huh? You speak French? Parlez français?
Oui, je parle français.
Ben? Bon?
Oui, je parle bien.
I don't. Je parle pas trop bien. All right. Anything else that we should know, Phil? How many employees now?
I think we were up to like 21 employees.
Wow. Busy store, biggest store in the area, I think, one of the
Yes.
biggest anyway, at the whole factory outlet here, the Mir-o-Mar factory outlet. And you're on the end, one of the more desirable places, I would think. When you first come in, you can't miss the Levi's store, and everybody knows about Levi's.
Just get into the mix on it.
Yes?
Well, just since we're trying to recap what
Yeah.
we did here before, Jeff got into you think of Levi's, you think of jeans and denim and stuff, and Jeff got into a little bit about that and the variety of stuff you find here besides that.
Yeah, Dockers, for instance.
Yes.
Wait, what about Dockers? What does that mean?
It's just different kind of, it's all I mean, the Levi, we have Docker pants, we have Docker shirts, shorts.
And they're all part, though,
Yes.
of the Levi.
Yes, and we also have Docker shoes, too, and Levi shoes.
All right. So you've got
We have a little bit of everything.
a little bit of everything. You can come in here and leave. Do you have to wear Levi material when you're working
Yes,
here?
we either wear Levi or Docker.
Is that right?
Yes.
And they furnish them. They give you the clothes, obviously.
No, we have to buy. We
Did
get a
you
good,
buy your own?
we get a percentage
You get a
off.
percentage off?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's great. Anything else? I don't remember.
We have
We're trying.
children's.
Yes.
Yes, we have children's.
What
for boys.
age group are you talking about then?
It goes from, we have little ones from 18 months up, and more, we have like 2Ts up to 6X and like 14s.
All right. It's the N store. We're right next to Woolrich. And when you come in one, you go in the other, and then you don't have to go outdoors. Remember, at the Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet, you can walk through all the stores and buy something in each one, but you don't have to buy if you don't want.
Yep.
All right?
We also sell socks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Phil Menard, elle parle français. Don't that sound terrible?
That's okay.
You speak very good English. You learned English when you were at school, or?
Yeah, I went to English and French school.
It helps too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They must love to talk to you here when you get your French Canadians coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have to speak French to work in this store?
No.
No? Do you have many French?
Oh, yes, we have many French customers, and
What about French employees? Can many of them speak French?
maybe throughout the mall, I don't know.
But are you right in your own store?
No, I'm the only one that speaks French.
Well, you must get the customers. They say, anybody here speak French? And they say, right over there, go talk to Phil
Yes.
Menard.
Or they usually holler for me, or,
And you holler back, I'll be right there.
yeah.
Phil Menard, thank you for talking to us. And
Well, thank
we
you.
were very unexpected, and I think you had certain reservation, but wasn't it fun?
Yes, it was.
There you go. Phil Menard, thanks.
Thank you.
Maybe sir looks like I'm driving a convertible.
Do you think I could get a movie like that?
Smile on the camera.
We moved into a brand new store that isn't open yet, and the people are still working. This lady's in her working clothes, she said. And she said she was a little reluctant to get on, but this lady's name is?
I'm BJ Wilson. I'm a district sales manager with Dress Barn Incorporated, and in the outlet centers we are Westport, and we'll be opening a Westport Limited and a Westport Women Limited here.
And that'll be open tomorrow, July 4th, as you watch this on the 3rd. Is that right? Are you open all this
Well,
weekend?
hopefully we'll be open the Westport side, which we carry women's sizes from 4 to 14. Will hopefully be open by July 1st. That's what we're shooting for. The Westport women's side will not be open till August.
What's the difference between the two sides?
It's a size range. Westport carries Mrs. clothing from sizes 4 to 14. The women's side will go from women's clothing from sizes 14 up to 24.
I don't speak very well about women's clothes. I can appreciate when they're pretty and that. I can't tell when they're hung on a rack. I got to see them on people.
Well,
But
we'll look beautiful.
anyway, what price range are you cater to?
We are moderately priced Missy's Clothing Company, okay? We are a discounter, okay? So we always show two prices on our labels, okay? One would be a comparative price that you would find at a major department store, okay? And then our discount price. We're usually 30 to 50% off department store prices.
Do you sell to department stores? Does
No.
Westport make their own clothes?
No, we have our own label, and we do carry some national branded labels
So
too.
it's your own store only. You can't find your merchandise under your name in any department store.
Right. If it's our own branded label, you cannot find that merchandise in any other store.
Okay. How long have you worked for
Dress Barn? Westport?
And Westport, yeah. How long you were what I call Westport? How long have you worked for them, BJ?
I've been a district sales manager for about 3 years now with the company.
And before that, were you with the company too, or with some other?
No, I've been with other companies prior to that. Okay.
Right. And you won't be working here over the weekend. You're going to greet people. You're going to be here for the weekend opening.
I'll be here for the July 1st opening, along with other members of my crew and the new staff here, and we're really looking forward to it. And we hope a lot of people come out.
How many stores do you have?
The company has close to 800 stores now nationwide.
Wow, a lot of stores. And what area do you cover, and what's your home office?
My home base is Kingston, New York, and I have 6 stores. I cover the Hudson River Valley, basically, and I have 1 store in Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
What do you do as a sales manager?
As a district sales manager? Excuse me, you got to get my title right.
Did you hear that? District sales manager. All right, yes, go ahead, DJ.
Well, I really am here to implement the policies and procedures and the
That's
visual.
when you open a store, all right.
Well, and the visuals,
Yep.
and to make sure to train my management staff, to train the salespeople, just to come in and overall make sure that the store is functioning properly.
Did you hire the people? Were you the one who did the hiring?
Yes, most of the
Oh,
hiring,
you
yes.
did do that too? Oh, okay.
My store manager and that crew.
Yes.
Over there, doing the door.
Who is your store manager?
Tammy, you want to stand up and wave? This is my store manager
That's your store
here.
manager, Tammy, yes.
And I have 2 assistant managers over there.
Do you have a rule? Everybody has to kneel down when they're working in this store?
Yes, bow
Huh?
3 times.
They're all bowing to you, huh?
Phyllis and Susan are the 2 assistants here.
All right. Hi, people. And how many people will be in the store working?
Well, I have 3 management staff, and I'll probably have a selling staff of between 5 to 10 people when the whole combination store opens.
Now, I'm not very good at clothing, but I know they're not handling clothing down there
No.
on the floor. What, you also have jewelry?
We have accessories. Yes, we do. We have
belts,
belts,
whatever?
necklaces, earrings, a full range. You come in and we'll dress you.
Okay. Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, we got some special things.
All right, so you're going to be opening, and you'll be having the regular hours of anybody. You got a big
Yes.
store. You got one of the bigger stores in.
Yes, we do.
In anything?
Yes, we do.
Anything else you want to tell me? That
No, we
I
have
should-
some terrific bargains, and we're hoping to see everybody in the area out shopping with us, and especially the Canadians also.
Well, you know, you've got to come in. I'm sure the ladies out there will want to come in and see the fine wear here as well as the other stores. And I don't really know. I don't frequent these kinds of stores very often. I don't know how many dress stores there are in the outlet here. I have no idea, but this is the place to come and start here or anywhere else. And we got somebody there. Like, they're not smoking. I guess that's steam. Huh?
No, that's steam, yeah.
I
We
thought you
steam
had
all
a
our
fire
clothes.
going here.
No, we take good care, and we take very good care of our customers, too.
How often would you come back to the store generally?
Well, I'll be here a lot in the next month, but often I'll probably be up like once every 2 weeks.
All right, that often.
That often.
But you say you'll be here off because any new store you come off in the
Yes,
beginning
yes, in the beginning till we get set up and rolling, then
Get-
I'm here a lot.
to get Westport policy going.
That's right. That's right.
Guarantees.
Yep.
You have those.
We have the lowest price guarantee. We guarantee our prices.
And
and there's-
merchandise too is
Yep.
guaranteed.
Yep. There's no sale is ever final.
I never heard that. My first time. No sales ever final.
No sales
no
ever
interview
final.
is ever final. But we're just about finished now.
Okay,
BJ
thank you.
Wilson, the district sales manager. Bob Venn, the district microphone holder from Hometown Cable. Calvin Castine on the camera. Our program is What's Going On Here, and we'll be another 6 or 7 stores we're going to be calling on. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much.
Thank
BJ.
you. Goodbye.
Lisa and I are just leaning against this rail here. We're in the Main Street Eatery, and we're just about ready to close off this part that we have done over again. And she can tell us a little bit about the Main Street Eatery, which wasn't open when we were here a year ago.
That's right. Main Street Eatery opened in early September of last year, and they are the restaurant for the center, and they have a great selection of food, including pizza, submarine sandwiches, deli-style sandwiches. They have ice cream and sundaes and frozen yogurt and great salads, and I highly recommend the taco salad. That's one of my favorites for lunch, and the chicken breast sandwich is also very, very good. And they also have a nice selection of pastries and cookies and desserts, which I eat for breakfast when I come in the morning, but it's also a nice dessert if you come in for lunch or dinner.
Very light in here. It's black and white mainly.
Yeah, it's great decor.
Great
He did it
decor.
kind of in a 50s style. You can see with the pictures, James Dean, Marilyn Monroe. He's got Elvis Presley over on the other side. And the really neat, I like the black and white checkered tile.
Babe Ruth over on the other side. Of course, that's where we would go sit and face him, I guess, over there.
And a nice high ceiling.
Yes, lots of air in here, and you can get in from the kitchen collection. There's a
Right.
doorway from the kitchen collection. It's located right next to the general area of the, we're just outside of Lisa's office. And
Yes,
the,
I always smell the baking in the morning because they make everything fresh.
Uh-huh.
And so in the morning I smell it. That's why I have to come over for breakfast.
So we asked before if this was a chain from the east or the New York State, and of course it's not. It's Plattsburgh.
Well, Mark Dame is the owner. He also has Mickey's, which is the Great American Eatery in Champlain Center South. However, Main Street Eatery is actually, it's a franchise.
It
so
is.
there are other Main Street eateries. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that as far as this decor goes, that's really Mark's doing, and it's really nice. And I don't think that other Main Street eateries look like this.
Mark Bain from Plattsburgh, New York, and Calvin said, knows Mark very well. We're sorry that Mark isn't here. He tried to reach him so we could talk with him at the eatery, but regardless, we're here.
He's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy, yes,
Yep.
the busy people. And stop in when you're in the area. Get a coffee, get a soft drink, get a sandwich, or a pizza, or some of the pastries you said, correct?
Everything's
All
delicious.
right. Well, this hasn't been the easiest thing I've done, and probably not you either, Lisa, to try to make up what we thought we did covered before.
Right.
We did get into the Westport Limited, and a little bit later in this program, you'll see where we were there 10 days ago when it wasn't open, and she told us about the store out front, and we've left that right in.
I told you it was coming.
It's here.
Yep.
It's here to be opened over July 1st weekend.
Yep.
Anything else, Lisa, before we close out?
No,
This
well,
portion?
not other than that. I would just like to again extend a greeting and a welcome to all the local people to please come and check us out. I think there's, believe it or not, still a few locals that maybe haven't come and seen
That
what
is
we
true.
have.
That is true.
And there are a lot of stores here. I think perhaps the way we're situated, you really only see the whole center coming down from Canada, and we had to do that due to the way the wetlands and so forth worked out. But and I think that's caused maybe a few people that are local to really not see everything that's here. So you got to make that turn off of 11 and come around and see the front of the center. It's a beautiful center, lots of stores, something for everybody, and we really appreciate Hometown Cable coming and talking with us too.
Good prices also, right?
Great prices.
Lisa, this is right off the cuff now.
Okay.
If somebody is down here and has an idea or a general complaint, quote unquote, about the operation or whatever happened, I know if it's happened in a store and they were not treated fairly, that's up to that store. But in general, if they have any suggestions, are you open to suggestions at your office?
Absolutely. My door is always open. In fact, it's open many, many hours a week. But I'm always certainly here to take any suggestions or ideas or compliments or complaints.
I was going to say good compliments too, you know.
And we've had those as well. So
I'm sure you will, and it's not
certainly
always complaints that you hear.
And the same with the managers. And you know from the interviews, everybody here is really friendly and really ready to help people out. And anything that anybody has to say, we're more than willing to hear.
Okay, stay tuned because we're going to talk to another 6 or 8 managers down on the east end of the factory outlet, Mir-o-Mar factory outlet. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you every Sunday if you tune in at 1 o'clock, 4:30, 8 p.m., midnight, and then on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, 5. And it's like that every day for the shows. The Monday morning show is from the day before. In other words, it starts on let's say on Sunday, but the last show for Sunday is at 8 o'clock on Monday. Then Calvin goes up and changes the tape about noon at the head, I think it's called, at the head. Head end, there you go, the head end. At the New Channels Broadcasting station, or where they have their antenna. And thank you for tuning in. And if you got any comments about Hometown Cable or anything that we do with it, what's going on here, please make your feelings known to Calvin or I or Sam. And if you've got an extra $12, make yourself known with that too. Sit down and write a check for $12 or more to Hometown Cable, 1477 Ridge Road. And Calvin and Brother Sam would be thankful for it, and I can keep smiling too. And thanks very much, Lisa Getty, manager at the Mir-o-Mar factory outlet stores. We're outside. It's a lot warmer out here than it was inside, and I'm talking with
Barb Tremblay.
Rob Tremblay, and spell Tremblay for us so people will know.
Tremblay.
Yes, and it's Mrs. Duane.
Right.
Champlain, New York. Now, if that isn't a name that we know in Champlain for a long time, remember the old Oldsmobile Chevrolet and the mayor? Your grandfather would be by marriage, at least.
Right.
What was your maiden name?
Rankin.
From this area?
No.
No? So
From
Duane,
Canada.
From Canada?
Yeah.
You came down here, huh?
Yeah.
So how long have you been? You were in front of the Corning Revere store because there's a company policy that you can't have photography inside.
Right.
Is that all right?
Yeah.
For sales reasons or for product reasons, but that's no problem. How long have you been here?
Since the mall opened.
Since it opened?
Yeah, a year.
We didn't talk to you last time we were here. I think you opened a little bit later than the others.
Right, yeah.
So tell us what you cover inside. What kind of products?
We carry the total line of Corning products, including Pyrex, Corral, Corningware, Revereware. We carry every one of the lines they've ever come out with, all in open stock as well as in sets.
And you carry anything except Corning?
We carry other stuff to complement our products, yes. We do carry other kitchen items.
Okay. Prices start and end where?
It varies. We carry discontinued product that it's up to us to move.
No, but I mean, can you buy something for $1 in your store?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
oh,
from
yeah.
$1
If you were down here Memorial Day weekend, we had a whole table of $1.
There you go, $1. And,
Yeah.
and how high can we get?
300.
300. And you notice she smiled on that one. She said $1, and she said 300. You
Yeah.
sell many 300 groups?
Oh, it's the Pro line, and we do sell some, yeah. Most people that buy it already know about the Pro line. It's an excellent item.
But that's a complete set or
That's a
something.
complete
So you
cookware
can
set.
buy it. You can buy it separately.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you can buy anything we carry separately.
It costs you more to buy it separately.
Definitely.
Can you? I was going to say, can you say I'm going to buy the set and you progressively get the total price? No, you got to buy it at one time to.
We carry a couple deals on an ongoing basis. Corral, if you come in and buy dishes, doesn't matter what kind of dishes. 12 pieces or more, you get 25% off. Corningware open stock, if you buy 2 or more pieces, you get 20% off. And Revere open stock, it's 20% off with 5 or more pieces. And that's all the time, every single day. So you can really make your own set of whatever you want.
You're not going to remember all that, so the thing to do is to come in to
Right.
Corning Revere, talk to Barbara. How many employees?
I carry 7 right now.
You were doing most of the work in there now. There were 6 or 7 people in there. You must have a lot of people in your store
Yeah.
most of the time.
Usually, yeah, after it starts going in the afternoon. Most people around here aren't morning people.
All right.
Yeah.
But a lot of shoppers who don't
Yeah.
buy but just look for the next time?
A lot of people come in with questions. A lot of people are shopping around. You know, they come in and they have questions. Especially if you're buying dishes or cookware. You want to do comparable shopping before you purchase the items. But 9 times out of 10, they tend to come back and they buy our product.
Are you telling me they compare well in price?
I think so.
You really do?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. And it's right here. It's Corning Revere, in Corning, New York?
Our main office is Corning, New York. Yeah.
That must be where the name came from.
Right.
And you have a big store, and you can see now. What are you doing with wedding?
We have a bridal registry.
You do have it.
Yeah, we do have a bridal registry that caters to people, and we're trying to let people realize that is available to them. You know, it's nice if you can get everything done in one place.
All right. Well, that's something else I didn't know enough to ask.
Yes.
Is there anything else I should know that I don't know?
We do UPS shipping anywhere in the United States. Okay,
It's a
that
service.
is something
Okay,
else that
yes.
we do. So if you're traveling, or even if you want to ship something to somebody that's a present, you can come in here. We ship it out the next day. Yeah. I think that's all for service.
That's about it. Huh?
Yeah.
How big of a family are the Tremblays?
How big? My family?
Yeah, your
4
family.
of us.
You
Yeah.
got 2 children?
2 girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are they?
6 and 10.
Another native not native, but live here
Yeah.
in Champlain, New York.
Yeah.
Go to our schools.
That's right.
And Dwayne working in Plattsburgh.
No, Dwayne's retired from Plattsburgh.
Retired.
Yeah.
Is he just staying home, take care of the kids now? or-
No, he's puddling around. He's got a couple things going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Service manager for many years,
Yeah.
and parts manager, I guess,
Right,
in
yeah.
addition.
Over 20.
Car business, There were 3 boys, all D's. I guess Dale,
Yeah.
Dwayne, and Dean.
Right.
They're all a part of the, I have to say, Snoot Tremblay, I guess we'd say, we talking to him the other day at a supper committee and a fixture around Champlain.
Yeah, he's been around a long
He
time.
sure has. Don't say long. All his time's been around Champlain.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Barb Tremblay. And remember, when you're talking, don't say Tremblay because it's not. It's Tremblay, and there's a lot of ways you can spell Tremblay if it were Tremblay.
Right. Okay.
Rankin by when she was born and raised, right?
Right.
What was the old poem it used to say? Barbara now, Barbara forever. Rankin now, but not forever. You ever
No,
heard that?
no.
You've never heard that?
No.
Well, all right. You just heard it here. Hometown Cable. What's going on here? I'm Bob Ben, Barbara Tremblay, Calvin Castine, and we're at the Mir-o-Mar factory outlet. We're in the other 90-degree turn here on the east end, and we're next to Danskin, and just down the street here, Spring Maid and American Tourister. Welcome Home is just here. That's where you are, right here. You can't miss it.
That's
Come
right.
in and talk to Barbara and tell her you saw her on TV and you want to know about all the deals she got, and you got a lot of deals.
I sure do.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
The sign says spring made in Wamsata? Wamsata. Question is, we got to have a quiz. What does this lady and Ralph Forte, our previous trustee, have in common? You've got 10 seconds to think about it before we get her name. And your name is?
My name is Amy Garrick.
Amy Garrick. And where do you live in Champlain?
I live on Chestnut Street.
And whose house did you buy?
Ralph Forte's.
Ralph Forte's house, the big house there on right across the street from. That's where the people who work at the outlets, factory outlets here, live. Right across the street is a guy named Jeffrey Jones.
That's
yes,
right,
who's
Jeff.
here at Levi's, right across.
Mine just went blank.
Yeah. Guess how I met her
Does
husband
that a
first?
lot.
Stopped in because they had a garage sale. I met him, and real nice people, and he mentioned that you worked in. So you are a manager?
Yes, I am.
How long have you been here?
Since March 4th we opened.
And you came up from?
I was working for Macy's before.
In New York City.
No, down in Baltimore, actually. And then I worked for the Closeout down in Plattsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And then I decided to come with Springs Industries.
Very good.
Yeah.
And family of how many?
We're foster parents, and we have 3 children right now.
Uh-huh. All right. Welcome to Champlain, I guess
Thank
I'm
you.
going to have to say.
Thank you.
What happens at Spring May? What a beautiful story. And
Thank you.
of course, everyone needs this. You may not always see it because you're sleeping when you're on it, but you can see it during the day. You don't have any beds or anything like that. It's all bedding. Is that
Just
correct?
bedding. Bedding and bath and kitchen and
Mm-hmm.
anything to make your house look like it's put together.
What's it from the kitchen would be what? Your towels?
Your
and-
towels, rugs, things like that.
Mhm.
The dishcloths and
Mhm. Now, the Wamsata, that's part of the Spring Maid name? That's not a separate...
there were 2 separate companies that are owned together now. 2 different textile mills that manufacture sheets for everybody.
Mm-hmm. All right. And there's all kinds of items in here. And we've been hearing a lot about deals, Amy. Do you have
Lots of
deals?
deals.
What kind of deal? You get
Yeah,
2
lots of
or
deals.
3,
Well, just an
whatever?
example, you've got a twin flat sheet here. Everything in our store is a second or it's an irregular, a discontinued pattern that comes to us. And you're getting a twin sheet for $3.99, where if you're going to a normal retailer, you pay anywhere from $6.99 up. Granted, there you're always getting a first quality sheet, yet most our seconds here are so minute you can't even
right.
see them.
To give you a chance to explain that, when you say a second or a discontinued or what's the other one?
A discontinued, irregular. is the same
Irregular.
as a second.
What makes it irregular? A
Well, we
stitch out
have-
of place?
Yeah, we have really high standards in our plants, and we have inspections on every piece of fabric that comes through. For example, on this, you have dots on it. Just shows everything's been inspected, and it got thrown as a second.
Mm-hmm.
It could have a line through it. Sometimes they're white streaks. That's the worst thing that we get in here. Skip stitches, or it's got a nub in it. Or on some of your prints, like part of the leaf, it'll be lighter.
Mm-hmm.
But 90% of the time, you can't find what the
Can't
second
find
is.
it what the second is.
And if you're not satisfied with it anyway, everything's returnable or exchangeable. Everything.
Right. Does this bother anybody? I mean, this is something a man don't come in and buy very often. This is not a big problem. You're looking for bargains.
No, some people want their bed
Good
to be
merchandise.
absolutely perfect. Some people do. And in that case, we sell them something like this that we have, where it's absolutely first quality. It's just a discontinued pattern, which means none of the retailers carry this anymore. Therefore, we put it into our outlet stores. We don't want to compete with the other retailers because we supply them. So we just, do what we can to pass along the deals to everybody else. But the prices are fabulous. You can't touch it for the quality. And with the return policy, no questions asked. You have the packaging, bring it back.
You come in, get a sheet, get company in. When they're gone, you bring it back, and you say, God, people have nice sheets. They must be buying at Spring Maid, and they'll think you have those sheets all the time. That doesn't happen, but it could.
No, it
It could happen.
It does,
happen, but you still have to take it with a smile because those people are limited, I'm sure. You know, that would
Very
do a thing
limited.
like that. And with that kind of a guarantee, no one is afraid to buy anything. Obviously. They're happy.
Yeah.
I think it's a great policy that you have things like that.
It
So
is.
you go from what price range? From the what's the less I can spend in here? The least
39 cents.
39 cents. What would I get for 39 cents?
You can get a dish
I may buy one. What? A dish towel. All right, she's going to get a dish towel for 39 cents is what she's going. Well, she's going to go way down. This lady for 39 cents will run the whole length of the store. Look. She's probably going to figure I'm going to buy it, too. I'm going to have to now. So 39 cents. We have a Dishcloth.
And the towels that go with it are 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, with your dishcloths, they get grody after, you know,
What's
few
grody?
uses. Grody is stained and,
Oh,
you know,
I see. All
your
right.
grape juice gets
I have some
marred
pants
on
that are
it.
grody.
Don't tell me about that, please.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at my trousers. I should say trousers. All right. So what's the highest price you have in your store?
The highest price I have in the store right now is $209.99, and it is for the top of the line down comforter. 50 ounces, it's top of the market.
Have you found out, you weren't here long enough, I guess maybe you have been here long enough to know what down is important up north here.
It is, but the funny thing is, because our down came in a couple weeks after we opened, we sold our first down 2 weeks ago, and we've been selling it since. It's funny. Now that we're getting warm, we're selling our down comforters. Go figure. We're in Champlain, New York.
Yep. Anything else you want to tell me? There's some familiar faces over here. Look, see this lady right over here? We know. What's this lady's name? Come over here and say hello to us. Come here, Robin. Hi, Bob. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
And your name is?
Robin Fernald.
Yes, and they live in Montgomery Street, Rouse's Point, New York. That's okay to say that.
That's
yes?
right.
And your daughter is where today?
She's home.
Not in school? No, she's not old enough to be.
No, she just goes to preschool.
Goes to and she goes to that great
Serendipity.
Serendipity, yes, where they have the pig roast and so forth.
Next Saturday.
Okay, next Saturday, the pig
25th.
roast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and how long have you been here, Robin?
Since it opened.
Since it opened.
Yeah.
Well, see, I don't shop, but look at, I just bought. I think I just bought. It's either a gift or I got to buy it. I'm going to have 39 cents. She went way back here to get it for me.
I know it. It's awful. I can't afford to work here.
You're going to sell me a quilt? Here, show us a quilt.
I buy everything. It's an awful thing.
Do you ever get money to bring home?
Not much.
you just do that right here?
These quilts are really great. We sell a lot of these.
Oh, isn't that pretty? Look.
Completely reversible, a lot of hand stitching, any size is
$19.99.
$19.99? Oh, come on.
Look at that.
Oh, and they're great. They wash and dry nice, or line, whatever.
We were just talking to somebody, and they said that you can get quilting done by some of the Amish people in the Syracuse area.
Well, it's not the same as that
No,
actual quilting.
they charge 55 cents a running yard for the thread to do the quilting. Look at this. And this is 19-something? You're going to get one. Lisa's just going to buy one.
Oh, they're great.
Look at that. It's really
It really is very, very pretty.
And then if you get tired of that side, you
Yep.
can reverse it.
Very, very pretty. And you get these smiles when you come in here, too.
That's
Look at
right.
these smiling ladies.
You do get customer service. I have a fabulous staff. I've never had a better staff in retail.
Well, who else have you got working for you?
a long time.
You got Robin.
Well, yes, I've got Robin. I've got Tanya Cosgrove from Plattsburgh. She's my assistant. I have Julie Kirby from Rouse's Point, and I've got Heather Badger and Angela Burtz. And I'm forgetting Debbie Callahan from Rouse's Point. Let me think. I want to forget
Stop
anybody.
in and see one of these nice people. That's
it's
amazing.
great.
I can't believe
They're
that for
good prices.
$19. That really is very nice.
A lot of our stuff in here is ours, which is a plus. Coming from our textiles mills, they're made in the United States, which is another plus, especially for our Canadian customer.
Mhm.
If it's 100% cotton and made in the United States, it's duty-free.
Mm-hmm.
They still have to pay their GST, PST, but that really helps out. And your quality, you can't go wrong on the return policy.
If if you're looking for a bed to put these on, you want a real antique bed, you can go over to Robin's place. Her husband's got some antiques over there, right? Is that correct? You can check over there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Amy,
I appreciate you coming in.
It's nice
Good.
to have nice, pleasant people like this living in our community. And
Well,
welcome
thank you.
again to
I'm
Champlain.
enjoying it here in Champlain.
Very good. Thank you.
I really do.
Amy? Yes. Amy? And I said, how do I remember it? Lou Gehrig. That's how I remember it, the baseball player. His name is Gehrig.
I'm actually Amy Lou Gehrig, so there you go.
Your name is Lou?
Actually, it's Louise, but we kid about it.
Is that right? Amy Lou Gehrig, right here. Thank you very much,
Thank
Amy.
you. I appreciate it.
No clothes in this building yet, but it's going to be coming soon. Westport women's sizes 14 to 24. What's that mean?
Well, actually, this is a division of the store. It's actually 3 store spaces. There's quite a lot of square footage they're taking up. It's going to be the whole space between the Eagle's Eye store and the IB Diffusion store. And Westport Woman is a division of Westport. which is part of Dress Barn Company, which you may be familiar with, and it's women's clothing. And Westport Woman is the size, the plus size is 14 to 24, but it's also Westport, which is your regular ladies and missies sizes. So really something for everyone, as long as you're female, and all sizes they carry. And it's going to be a huge store with lots of merchandise. And I believe they have accessories as well, not just clothing.
I usually ask questions based on what she just said, but I don't know what she just said. Well, first of all, I think when she said X sizes, I think that's more than
Plus
petite.
sizes.
More
Right.
than petite, right?
Right. I just wanted to point out that
Yes.
Westport Woman, it's the name of the store is actually Westport Woman. It's not just plus sizes, but that is part of their line as well.
all right.
So they have the whole range of sizes.
And what price range clothing are we talking?
Moderately priced.
Moderately priced.
Very reasonable. Yes.
All right, and we're on the east side of this wing, you know, the one that's running parallel with the 87. There's the end down below, and that's
The Donna Karen
Donna
store.
Karen store's on the corner.
Mhm.
And when you were talking about the addition that that you're
That's
thinking
what
of, is to be added to the end of here,
Exactly.
and then it would be an open space, and then it would swing around.
Right, there will be a break. In other words, we're going to add maybe anywhere from 3 to 6 stores on
Uh-huh.
the end here, and then it'll stop, and then there'll be enough of a break so you can still see in from
Swing
the
out
highway.
that way.
And then there'll be another C-shaped section across the way there. where
And
that
the
field
opening
is that you're
face
looking
this
at
way,
right
and there'll be
now.
another big parking area over there too, obviously.
We'll extend the parking.
Uh-huh.
Actually, when we built the original parking lot, we did a much larger parking ratio than we would need for the size we have, so we already have a lot of the parking we'll need for phase 2.
Right.
So sometimes it seems like, wow, you have such a big parking lot, and sometimes it doesn't look as full as you might think based on the amount of people that we have,
Yeah.
but that's why, because
Right.
a lot of the parking is already set up for phase 2.
Now, without going to confession or something, but is
Uh-oh.
there anything here that has done that you might have changed that you know of that has been brought up? Is there anything that would work somewhere else that isn't working here? Anything like that that you can think of?
Now I have to say what you said. I have no idea
No,
what you
I just said. All right. Is there anything? The opening is facing the wrong way. People say they should have been facing Route 11.
Okay.
Are there things that when you reconsider?
Well, I would say this. I think originally it was supposed to face a different way, but due to the wetlands where they're at, and also due to the fact of the way 87 is laid out, really this is the only way we could be set up that we have the visibility that we do from the highway. And that's not to say that we're only facing the Canadians. It's just a matter of that's where the highway is, and the wetlands are where they are, so this is how this needed to be. The other thing is that based on the way Phase 2 is going to go up, that was the best way to have the entrance from 11 and still have the visibility from 87. So I would say we're very happy with the way it's set up. I do wish we were a little higher up though, because I've actually heard of people going to McDonald's and not realizing we were
right back
behind here.
Yeah.
So
You had a tough winter with your shrubbery.
yes, we did. We're in the process of fixing
It'd all
that
be
right
replaced.
now.
It probably are guaranteed.
Don't
I would
film that.
You don't. Well, it's just showing you what that it's not easy. This has been a tough winter
It really
for everybody.
has. It
We've
really
had some replaced, and but these were so beautiful last year, and they will be replaced.
Yes, and we're having our flowers put in on Monday. If you'd have just been here a week later, it would look perfect, because actually our trees are being replaced, the bushes are being replaced, we're having the flowers added, and like you say, it was a tough winter.
Yeah,
And
we did that intentionally. Now, if you want to see the flowers, you come
visit.
personally,
That's right.
and you
That's
invite them to
right.
come personally,
That's
correct?
right. Come and
Now,
check it out.
do not necessarily take the same route we just did, because I think she just spent some more of her this week's check looking at some of those things in the last store we were in Spring May, huh?
Well, I can pretty much walk through, and I feel like, well, I see it every day. I can kind of walk through with blinders on, but Bob keeps pointing out these great prices and great merchandise. It makes me want to buy.
When I see, because I'm not a big buyer of the normal things in the house. My wife does that. All right. Is there anybody else we're going to see down this way?
Sure, we'll travel on down
Okay.
here to...
We'll be right back. Remember, watch for Westport coming soon.
First week of July.
First week of July. You can. By the time you watch this, you're watching it on the 3rd, Monday morning.
Better call to make sure first, because you never know with
There you
delays,
go.
but that's
Right.
what they're targeting for.
And you can buy that dress, that suit rather, right there.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm going to ask you yet.
Oh, well. Her name's Elaine.
Okay, we're in a beautiful store, black and white, all over here, and we've seen some a lot of blouses, I guess. Call those blouses?
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Oh. All right, your name is?
Elaine.
Last name?
Bala.
Bala, and you are the manager.
Yes.
How long have you been manager here, Elaine?
Since we opened in August.
All right. And you're in this east section here. You're right next to Donna Karen, you're the first store.
Yeah.
What kind of clothes do you carry? What?
Well, we carry a line of real contemporary, brightly colored women's fashions. IB Diffusion started really handling knits and developing knits and things like that. We carry a lot of silk knits, cotton knits, and then they broadened out into some other areas. Now we have lots of linens and silk and some really different kind of clothing.
You realize when I'm talking about ladies' clothes that I'm out of my realm a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Elaine. Where are you from, Elaine?
Syracuse.
And you came here for this job?
Yeah, well, I wanted to move back to this area.
Back to? So you were here originally?
No. I'm from Syracuse. I was transferred here, and I wanted to come back to this area because I was with a company. They transferred me here. They sent me back to Syracuse. And
Okay, so now you're back up in that northern area.
yeah, I like
All right,
it.
how many employees do you have?
I have 3, besides myself.
And you're open what hour? What are your hours?
9:30 to 9 Monday through Saturday, and 11 to 7 on Sunday.
Full week?
Yes.
Full week?
Yes.
So,
Every day.
how often does, in this type of a store, I mean, you have some very distinctive T-shirts and so forth. How often does something, your stock turn over? I mean, how often do you replace? If it don't move here or you sold enough, you move those to another one of your stores? And
Sometimes they'll move things to another store. If we're selling something, they continue to replenish it. We seem to have a constant supply of everything from all of our different collections. We go back, in the outlet stores, we have things dating back as far as spring of '92. There's not much of it left, but we do have some things, and it goes all the way up to summer of '94.
I see you have a 25% exchange rate. That's less than the going rate.
Right, it's about 6% better. Yep, we just raised it. It was 20, but
You know, I'm talking with Lisa, of course. She's telling me that the hardest thing for a lady in the factory outlet, and you in the store particularly, is to bring home any money because you want to invest it right here in some of your merchandise.
yeah.
Do you buy a lot of your own merchandise?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I sort of went on a shopping spree this week.
Well, don't they have a policy like that you could wear some of their clothes and show people and say, I bought this at, and then you could bring it back, or they just as a plus? They don't have anything like that where the company would let you wear some of their clothes to advertise. Yeah.
Oh, well, we do. We
Oh,
have to wear IB Diffusion when we're here.
Oh, okay. But and when you're out though, no, not when you're out.
Well, when I'm out, I
You-
do wear
you
it.
But this is your one of your.
This is IB Diffusion.
That's pretty. Yes, pretty.
But yeah, they're wonderful. They give us a nice discount on the clothing. We have opportunities every week to win clothing. So yeah.
To win by the amount of sales you make.
It depends. There's different sales wars every week.
Now, I would think that they'll give you another one to wear because you were on TV like this with Hometown Cable. And what's going on here?
I heard that Erin Clark was on TV wearing an outfit the other day.
Erin Clark.
Yeah, is that her name?
Huh?
Yeah, Channel
Oh, of course, yes.
She was wearing this outfit.
She
right
was,
here.
right? Did she get it here?
I don't. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're assuming she did. I don't know.
Well, maybe she got a present from somebody, huh?
Yeah, but we're assuming she did. One of my former employees, who was my assistant manager, who's now managing another store, she called me. It was like 6:30 at night. She's like, Elaine, Erin Clark's wearing Santa Fe Rhythm. I said, well, gee, that's wonderful.
Santa Fe.
Who's Erin Clark?
Santa Fe Rhythm.
All the clothing has names.
What's your T-shirt
This
called?
is Aztec Adventures. Yep, and Santa Fe Rhythm. We have this is Antiquity. All the clothing has names. It makes it easier to identify.
You
for
don't
us.
have to know the name when you come in. Just come in, look around, see something you like, and ask for Elaine and tell Elaine you saw her on Hometown Cable and that you want to buy something and it looks as nice as that does on her. Aztec
Adventures.
Adventures. And the adventures are here. And the name of the store, again,
IB Diffusion.
IB Diffusion. And I be Bob Bentley. And she be Elaine. And we're just about finished at this interview. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
We're out in the parking lot, and Calvin's going to pan, and Lisa's going to tell us a little bit about the store, starting with Donna Karen.
Okay, Donna Karen is one of the top hot designers today out of New York City, and it's very high-end merchandise, very good quality, very popular designer right now, and this is one of her outlets. Next is Dansk, which is kitchen items, very nice home decor items, china, table linens, all sorts of things in there, very nice store. And then IB Diffusion, which we talked
Just
with
talked
Elaine,
with
the
Elaine.
manager, which is contemporary women's fashions. And then the next store right now is empty, but that'll be Westport, which is moderately priced women's clothing,
Gonna
a
be
full-size range.
3 or 4 big windows there.
Yeah,
That's
it's going to
gonna
be a
big,
huge store, including plus sizes. And next is the Eagle's Eye, which is novelty items. They have a lot of specialty items, sweaters especially they're known for. They also have children's clothing, and they specialize in holiday type merchandise. For instance, if you wanted a really nice sweater to wear for Christmas or Easter or July 4th, you name it, they've got it in terms of holiday merchandise and clothing and novelty items. And then Spring Made Wamsutter, which we also visited, and just a complete line of linens for your bath and bed, kitchen items, draperies, towels, sheets, whatever you need for your home decor, they've got it. And then there's Danskin, which is active wear, mostly ladies, but they also have children's. They have some swimwear as well, leotards, pantyhose, underwear, and nice selection in there. And Corning Revere, which we visited, which is kitchen items. They have all the Corning and Revere brand lines. And then there's American Tourister, which of course is the luggage. And they also have leather goods, briefcases, wallets, handbags. Welcome Home, which your wife likes.
I love it, and I like it too.
And
It's
a
very
lot
nice.
of people like that store. Lots of gift items and home decor items.
Especially the 11th visit.
Yes, and on the 11th visit you get 25%
25% off.
And then Florsheim, which is one of our newer stores, which is men's shoes, and they're out of New York. And Van Heusen, which is men's and ladies casual wear and sportswear.
Right ahead.
Do a switch here.
No.
Cape Isle Knitters, which is men's and ladies, and it's knits and sweaters. Windsor Shirt Company, which is shirts, ties, menswear, very good quality. Jeffrey Bean, men's and ladies, and I want to point that out because a lot of Jeffrey Bean outlets are only the men's clothing, and we have both the men's and the women's. And they not only have clothing, but they also have all the accessories you need to go with it, including handbags, belts, hosiery, and so forth. And then the Bass Shoe and Clothing Outlet, and again I want to point out a lot of Bass outlets are only the shoes, but we have the shoes and the clothing. And a very big store. On one side is all clothing, the other side is all shoes. And they have a really nice selection for men and women in both. And then Kitchen Collection, which is really just about all the gadgets or appliances that you need to complete your kitchen. They've got everything from magnets to blenders to food processors to mixers. They've got the full range.
That's where we're going next. We're trying to find a manager in.
Okay. And then Main Street Eatery, which is our restaurant here.
And your home, your office.
Right beside my office, yes, and I eat there a lot. They've got pizza, hot dogs, cold cut sandwiches, subs. Their taco salads are really good. I recommend those. And they also have ice cream, shakes, and so forth. Legs Haynes Valley, which is, actually they do have some men's, but it's mostly ladies. Underwear, lingerie, hosiery, and so forth. And Champion Haynes, which is the same company but a different store, and that's men's and ladies sportswear, what we call sweats, I guess, but a bit nicer looking than your average sweats. Lots of different colors and selection. Famous Footwear carries a full range of brand name shoes and athletic wear. They've got Nike, Reebok, Avia, and then they also have top name brands in shoes, Naturalizer, Westies, Etienne Anier. Then there's Leather Loft, which we spoke with Mindy.
Yes.
And they have a full range of leather goods, from wallets to briefcases to all the luggage that you'd ever need. Publisher's Warehouse, one of your personal favorites.
Absolutely.
Lots of books. They also have calendars, bookmarks. They've got software for your computer. They've got cassette tapes, CDs.
Lisa's not in today. We were going to go in, but Lisa's not available today.
And Famous Brand Electronics, which doesn't have their sign up yet. There's just a little banner there. They just opened on Monday. And it's owned by Radio Shack, but they carry all the top brand names. They've got Panasonic, Sharp, Sony, Conair, and really good prices. I went in and checked it out myself. Yes, the company, it's a division of Radio Shack.
Yep.
But it's run separately from Radio Shack. Prestige Fragrance and Cosmetics is basically exactly what it tells you. It's got all the high-end perfumes, Poison, Passion, Unforgettable. They carry all the Revlon cosmetics. They also have Ultima products. They carry Princess Borghese, which is a very good line of makeup and skincare. Jean Nate, really just about anything you can think of in terms of cosmetics they'll have there. Genuine Kids, which recently changed its name from Trader Kids, which is the Boston Trader and Oshkosh company, and that's children's clothing. And then Carter's Children's Wear, which is also children's clothing, and it includes infants. They start all the way from, layette, from infant size on up. And then Woolrich, which is outerwear, casual wear, sportswear, rugged wear. They've got hunting wear and nice sweaters and clothing. And well, I guess we shouldn't be talking about sweaters at this time of year, but that's really what they, I think, were originally known for. But they also have a very nice spring and summer line as well.
Lots of woolen.
Yes, but they also have lots of cotton wear for summer too. And then the Levi's outlet, which carries the Levi's jeans and the Dockers label. They also have shoes, belts, accessories. And the list goes on and on. That's our biggest store, so really they've got everything you need.
If you still are wondering how this lady became the manager here at the outlet, and I said, you think you could say a couple words about these various stores? And she just gave you a complete tour and a great advertising for all these people, and now you know what's here at
We've
Mir-o-Mar.
got something for everyone.
See the big sign up there? Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet Center. Roughly 27, 28 stores now, all active, waiting for you to come down and see some of the people. Some of the people that wouldn't talk to us because they can't, company policy. You couldn't go in certain stores. We tried. You can talk to them face to face and tell them that you heard Lisa talking here about the Mir-o-Mar and you wanted to come down and see just what's here.
We've got something for everyone, and if we don't have it, you don't need it.
Right, and say that again?
If we don't have it, you don't need it.
But if it's a sale, her mother would buy it.
Absolutely, and so would I.
And so would you. If it's
and so
on
would
sale,
you.
and I would too. I've got my purchase right here from Spring Made. Amy sold me my 39-cent dishcloth, and now I suppose I won't do dishes tonight, but once my wife sees this on the 3rd, I'll probably have a job. She'll know. We'll be right back. We're watching Hometown Cable from Mir-o-Mar. The program's called What's Going On Here? Calvin Castine, forever with the camera. I got the mic with Lisa Getty. I'm Bob Venn. What you're looking at is a symbol of the first purchase at the mall, the outlet center. A year ago, number one Calvin purchase for the supervisor, Gerald Mayo, bought it right here. He spent a total of 59 cents plus tax, and he bought it, I think, from this gentleman right here, who is?
Bob Powers.
And he is the manager of Kitchen Collections.
Right.
How's it going the first year?
Pretty good.
How many employees do you have now, Bob? 5. Now you don't,
including myself.
Including yourself. Now you've got an awful lot of separate items in this, different.
Quite a variety.
Is everything done on the computer?
Yes, it is. Everything, all my entire inventory is in my computer system.
Okay, so you know when to purchase?
I can tell what I have at any given moment.
This is a type of store that that you can come in. This is one of the places you come in and you can shop. Impulse buying in here, and you can buy all. It's a gift. People buying for themselves or for other people generally. Do you know?
Pretty much a lot of both, really. A lot of people buy for themselves, and we do a lot of like wedding gifts, shower gifts, stuff like that. Yep.
What's the big mover in your store?
Oh, jeez, the biggest thing. I don't know. I really couldn't single out any one item
one thing
that really sells a lot more than anything else.
Dishes more than.
I would say a lot more
pots and pans,
bakeware and cookware kind of things. A lot of gadgets, as you can see. We have
all lined up along the wall.
A lot of gadgets. We sell.
But they're important gadgets, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, just to mark along the side of a pie. You know.
It's just things that people need every day. You know.
Yeah. Within the next week or two, you're going to need those corn holders, I think, over there.
Yeah, they've started selling out.
Yeah, because their corn's going to be a little late this year, at least up here. Some people hadn't even planted it. I know I was talking with Sam, and I don't think a week ago that he had planted any sweet corn for this year. It's just a tough situation. So you basically inventory the same as it was a year ago, or have you added many new things?
We've had a few new items added in this year that we didn't have last year. We get new things all the time. There's always new items coming in.
Now, do you pick those up, Bob, or is that furnished by...
No, that's done through the corporate office.
They know what supposedly is people want, what's happening?
And they try to adjust it to the area that the store is in, too. Like, different stores will have items that another store won't have in another area. Like, someone in the Northeast won't have the same items as someone, say, in a Florida store.
But it takes a while to find that out a little bit. You're awfully close to Canada. You can't have many stores closer to Canada than this one along the border. And there's different desires out of Canada. A lot of
certainly is.
Canadian,
Yes. Yes.
majority of your people, except for
Well,
the local?
Yeah, I would say probably, yeah, a good part of our business is from Montreal or from Canada.
These kind of products, do you have sales on these kind of products? I know your prices are not very hard to start with, but...
A lot of things go on sale. Mostly our appliances and some of the cookware sets will go on sale from time to time. My company does a lot of special purchase things where they buy things at a low price that you just can't put it on sale because it's already at a low price.
I realize that's what happens. It's hard to put on sale anything you got hanging on the wall over there, you know?
Right.
And,
but I mean things like that stowaway set there, they bought a large quantity of those at a very reasonable price, and it's like $9.97 all the time for a 26-piece set. So
we were just
that price all the time.
Right. We were just noticing here, and Lisa was mentioning how. Let me just get around here. You might show this. You have two hands here. How this works, because this is very unusual here. Show us how this cover works here.
This is a really unique thing. This is a 3-piece canister set with an airtight cover that all you have to do to open it is just squeeze these two little handles together, and that releases the airtight seal. Just put it on, and it's squeeze it and let it go, and it's airtight.
And you see, it will lift up, and it's not going to come off. It just expands out. And if you remember, take it off. Some people would have trouble with pill bottles, and a lot of these covers screwing, unscrewing, and they get crushed, threaded. What a great idea that is.
Such an easy thing.
Look at that. That is
it's just so easy to do. It's very convenient.
We're not trying to push any merchandise, but this is something this morning that I have never seen. It's a very clever idea. Very clever, particularly for people who have trouble with their hands, arthritis, and so forth. Very simple to do, and it's in all kinds of containers. Well, what else can you tell me that I should know
this
here?
is like I was talking about a special purchase deal. They bought a large quantity of these non-stick stock pots. In 1997, that's a 16-quart non-stick interior. You can cook anything in that. It's a heavy gauge aluminum cover. You can do anything in that, and that's always 1997.
So many of your things in here are necessities. You don't have
quite a few.
Most of the things in here are necessities. For one, toasters.
Right.
Look at even empty cans here now. There's a place to put your empty cans. With these,
that's for goes in your refrigerator. This will hold an entire case of soda. 24 cans. This will hold in your refrigerator. For $2.97, you don't have to have that big case sitting out all the time. You put it on the bottom shelf of your refrigerator.
You fill it from the back.
Load it like this, right?
Yep.
And you get your
not the way I was doing it.
on each side. I also have one if you only buy a 6-pack at a time or a 12-pack. There's a 12-pack.
Now that is a thing.
Room in your
All
refrigerator.
right, that's something that is not a necessity, but very nice. So that's one of the things you said. Most necessity, but not all. And these really attach, so they're singles that are put together. Anything else, Bob?
Well, this is a real handy item too.
Yes.
This is a frosty mug. You put that in your freezer upside down. You freeze it like that, and this will stay cold for about maybe an hour and a half. And you have never had a colder drink in your life. No ice in your drink to water it down or nothing. That's a real good item.
And it holds how much? You know what it should hold?
12 ounces.
It holds 12 afterwards.
12-ounce mug.
Very different.
For $3.97.
And it's always full. The more you drink, the more you have.
Yeah, there you go.
Bob, where are you living?
I live in Peru still.
In Peru, yeah. You're from the area originally. You got this job here. Good for you. Experience, I forgot what experience you had before you came.
I worked for a major department store. I won't mention their name.
All right. Major department store. And the major store right now for you is?
Kitchen Collection.
Kitchen Collection here in the Mir-o-Mar Shopping Factory Outlet Center.
Right.
Thank you very much for talking to us. And remember, even if the weather's bad, it's cold, you don't have to go outdoors. Just get in your car, from your car, get to the first store, then you can walk from store to store to store.
Exactly.
And you don't have to buy when you go through the next store to get somewhere else.
Would be nice, though.
It would be nice. If you come through here, just say, Bob, hi, I saw you on TV. I'll buy next time I come through.
There you go. Right. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Bob. We had hoped to be here longer and talk to more of the stores, but because of company policy and just maybe afraid of the camera in some cases, and the managers are not in other cases. We finished our little tour at the Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet Center, although in about 4 minutes outside, this lady gave us a tour from outside of all the stores, that was second to none, and I thank you. That was great. I really think you did a great job, and you can watch that again and make a copy when you got company, and you can let them know what's here in our Mir-o-Mar. Sure. But we're back where we were, and we forgot to mention, and we're going to close out here, these posters, and it says Clinton.
Northeastern Clinton Central High School, studio and art class.
What's this about?
Kurt Kaufman is the teacher, and he gave them a project where they had to use logos. So they came and got logos from the different stores, and then the students were allowed to choose whatever logo they wanted to do. In other words, they weren't assigned to do a specific one. And as you had mentioned earlier, several people chose Levi's. In fact, more than two.
There's three.
Actually, it's more like 6, I believe. There's some on the inside as well. And so that was a popular one. We also have several of Welcome Home and several with bass. A lot of people like to go with the fish theme, even though as far as I know, they don't use a fish in their logo, but this is their logo for the company name. And I especially like this one because they use the M logo for Mir-o-Mar as well. And there's several really nice ones. This one is one of my favorites for Levi's, with the couple looking out to the shore. And there's also, if we can come back
now,
here.
Now, the kitchen collection. Bob didn't sell me, but I bought one of those mugs, by the way. We're going to see how cold that keeps our drinks. And there's the eatery right here.
There's a really nice one for Welcome Home. I don't know if you can catch that one, but that one's a really nice one as well.
Yes, it is. A lot of work in that one. And that was Janie Nutt. I think it's Janie. Yeah, Janie Nutt on that one. They've all had their names. Stop in and look at these. There's another Main Street eatery. You can see that the eatery and the Levi's apparently are the ones that the younger people think of most.
Food and jeans.
Food and jeans.
What else
is there? Right, at that age.
And then, of course, this is in our public lounge windows, which is in the common area right next to the restaurant. And inside of the public lounge are our tile walls, which, as you may have seen on an earlier program of What's Going On, is from some local students as well. And that's always up. These are just up temporarily. In fact, we just put them up last week. So they'll be up for the next couple of weeks, so you can come down and look at them.
So, men, if your ladies want you to come to the factory outlet and you don't want to do shopping, you can just come and sit here. You can watch TV. There's at least 20 different kinds of magazines. There's some soft chairs. If you've got children, there's a place for children to play. Let's go inside, quick. We've come inside, and behind those posters, there are more posters.
Couldn't fit them all on the outside.
And guess who's in here? There's only 2 names, Bass and Levi's. Look, there's 3 more Levi's and 2 more Bass. And, of course, all the great, these were done by 4
Yep, the schools are listed right over here on the plaque.
These are the
Champlain Elementary School, Moores Elementary School, Rouse's Point Elementary, St. Mary's Academy, Serendipity Children's Corner, and Children from West Chazy.
They were all done by if you remember, you saw our show, we went to a couple of the schools and watched them make these. It was our own ideas. And then the thing I complained or mentioned, that the lady who put this all together, name is not on this. A lady from Moore's, wasn't it? I think that I said you should have had your name on it. It's like the children do. And the parents were here the day they opened this. They were very proud of what their children did.
And the theme was what their community means to them. And so there's lots of nice things there, whether it's a tractor because they live on a farm, or I guess a lot of people did whatever the employment is of their parents. You know, there's one that says U.S. Immigration. I guess they work at the border. And so just some nice things, and also some environmentally conscious, Save Our Earth, you'll see over there. And
another indication of the concern for the community by the Mir-o-Mar people. They didn't have to do something like this, but they wanted the young people to participate. That'll be here as long as as you're here.
Absolutely.
And these, I suppose, will be floating. There'll be ideas from year to year and different things that are going on.
And anybody who has any projects like these, we're happy to put up for you. Just let us know.
But you have to clear it through you. You don't just went in and put it up. That
well,
correct?
Actually, I didn't know about this till it was done, and they brought them in, and I was so impressed.
Oh, but they didn't put them up until you at least
Right,
putting them up.
put them
you
up.
can do it, but just don't do anything.
Right.
Don't come up and stick something on the wall. That
No.
would not be proper.
Right, but we're happy to put things like that up.
And she'd be glad to come out here because she can get out of her wall. 4 walls. You don't have many windows in your.
I don't have any windows.
Not even a skylight.
No,
not even a skylight.
no.
So but this is is it used a lot, Lee?
Yes, it is. A lot of, we actually had pictured it more for bus drivers when they bring bus groups, and they do use it. We also thought a lot of fathers would use it to relax while the family shopping. But actually a lot of women use it as well. In fact, we have women with small children that just come in, they need a break. employees use it. There's a table over there. They might bring their lunch in, watch TV, catch up on the soaps in the afternoon, and eat their lunch. So a lot of different people use it for a lot of different reasons, and we're happy.
Very good. I was noticing outside as we're looking at the drinking fountains, there are 2 levels. They didn't forget the little people.
That's right.
You didn't forget them. At least
Well,
anything
and
else?
it's not just that, but also handicap accessibility
And handicap,
as
exactly.
well. Same with the phones.
Same with the
People say,
phones,
"Why are
they're down
your
low."
phones so low?
Yep. All right.
That's why.
Anything else you want to tell me before we close out?
Well, I just want to thank you for coming, and I hope that everybody that comes and visits shops like you do,
Yeah,
Bob. He ends up buying things in the stores that we were at.
Yeah, I bought
and I
too.
think that you will too, because there's lots of great deals and lots of great products, lots of great brand names. Mir-o-Mar Factory Outlet Center.
You can't tell unless you come and look. You come and look, and if you see anybody, you buy something, say, how'd you get here? Say, we saw you. We saw Lisa with Bob then, and Lisa's a great salesman. Told us all what
Did you call me a salesman?
Salesperson? Oh, we aren't going to cut that out. I did say salesman, but salesman is a overall world to me. But I can't even say person. I'd have to say person.
No, you can say person.
No, because on the end it says son.
Well,
Then you
I'm
get-
not that picky about
Oh,
it.
okay, you're not that picky. All right. Well, I'm glad this interview is done. This person, Lisa Getty, has been very good to us. And you remember, she's a member of our community here, and she's always available for your suggestions and so forth. You got advertising, you said, in the July 4th, that you're going to see, I guess today, the parade's today in Rouse's Point. If you haven't... Yesterday, the 2nd. Sorry you missed it, but you can watch it. You can watch it next week here on Hometown Cable. It'll probably be on next Saturday night, maybe, Calvin, or the Saturday after the parade. Calvin Castine and Sam doing all the things for Hometown Cable. And remember, every day, 1 o'clock, 4:30, 8 p.m., midnight, and 8 the following morning. And if you're not already a patron, in order to keep these things coming, become a patron to Hometown Cable. Send $12 or more to 1477 Ridge Road, Champlain, New York, and watch that total grow on the screen. Calvin's working hard to bring you anything and everything in our area. And we're pleased to be back here for our 3rd or 4th time.